Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. St. Louis, this is a story coming to you straight out of St. Louis again. And St. Louis is a unique city and region in the sense there are numerous municipalities, probably about 90 of them, which means that you could get a ticket, one ticket, while you're driving. Say you have a car violation, a light out, and you go through 7 different municipalities trying to get from one place to another. You could literally get 7 separate tickets based on those municipalities. There are way too many municipalities in St. Louis, in the St. Louis region, and I believe it's all about funding, writing tickets, and raising money for their departments. But you have an understaffing of police officers in St. Louis City and St. Louis County. And St. Louis County created this new organization or police unit called the North County Police Cooperative, NCPC. And here recently, Channel 4 did an investigation where some of these police officers that are with the North County Police Cooperative have sketchy and checkered past, civil allegations, criminal complaints, and civil rights violations and lawsuits. And this North County Police Cooperative seems like a hub for where these officers can get a last chance and a last stance to be officers with these checkered pasts. So they're going to mention, so here there's about 6 individuals, 6 officers that have been involved in some controversial situations with tax-paying citizens. And let's get into what's going on with North County Police Cooperative, NCPC. So, first alert 4, Channel 4, investigation uncovered at least 6 police officers or employees of the North County Police Cooperative, NCPC, who have faced civil rights lawsuits or criminal charges, with most being ranked members of the department. So a former NCPC corporal and K9 handler, Justin Turley, told reporters the department has a reputation for hiring officers who cannot get jobs elsewhere. The co-op is their last stepping stone because they're the only department that gave them this final chance. So these officers have been with, say, the St. Louis City Police Department or Peevely or Herman or St. Louis County police departments. They got into some trouble, either got fired, left because of civil lawsuits or criminal charges or DUIs, and then they end up housed in this hub of this North County Police Cooperative, NCPC. So people in St. Louis, if you're driving near Normandy High School, Wellston, you'll see those cars, black cars with the blue letters that it mentions, that where you'll see the NCPC. So here's some individuals with some sketchy pasts that are hired right there at this NCPC place, this North County Police Cooperative. So here's one of them, Chief Aide Derek Godfrey. Officer Godfrey was charged in February 2025 with misdemeanor kidnapping, misdemeanor domestic assault, and felony harassment after allegedly kidnapping his pregnant wife, who was also a police officer, from a St. Louis County facility parking lot while they were separated. He lost his Overland police job shortly after, but months later appeared in photos on NCPC's Facebook page wearing a department polo and radio. Records show he is listed as a clerk for Veneta Park, the city overseeing the North County Police Cooperative unit. But his email signature lists him as Chief Aide. a position Turley says didn't exist before Godfrey was hired. His peace officer license has been suspended pending his trial outcome. So this Derek Godfrey was a police officer in Overland, kidnapped his wife while she was pregnant. She's also a police officer. He loses his job in Overland, and then he ends up with the NCPC unit. So here's the second one, Lieutenant Charles Tony Montre. In 2019, Montre left his role as chief of police in Pevely, the Pevely Police Department, following a separation agreement amid domestic violence accusations. Before that, he was named in a federal lawsuit accusing him of beating a 19-year-old named Bobby Golden Jr. with other officers. The suit alleged Montre ordered officers to turn off their body camera. They kicked Golden while he was handcuffed and forced him to repeat self-demeaning statements. The city of Pevely settled that lawsuit for $300,000 for Mr. Bobby Golden Jr. Montre joined the NCPC in 2020 and is now precinct commander for the village of Hanley Hills. So all of this is going towards North County, Natural Bridge, between Natural Bridge and Dr. Martin Luther King, all the way up to Lucas and Hunt, in some of these small municipalities. As I said, St. Louis is unique. The region of St. Louis is about 90 municipalities, way too many. But that's for ticket writing and for raising money, in my opinion. The third officer is Patrolman Ramil Wallace. Officer Wallace was a former St. Louis Metropolitan Police officer and is named in multiple lawsuits alleging assault and battery. You see the common theme here? All these people with assault issues and allegations, domestic violence issues. One suit involves a former Marine who says Officer Wallace slammed him to the ground at a gas station unprovoked. Another accuses Wallace of punching, choking, and body slamming a man awaiting booking. A third person involves the owner of Bar PM, who alleged that after a rookie cop crashed a cruiser into their storefront, Officer Wallace arrested and beat them instead of testing the rookie officer for sobriety. After joining North County Police Cooperative, NCPC, Officer Wallace initiated a pursuit that ended in a fatal crash in December of 2025. That's just 6 months ago, which St. Louis City Police are still investigating. Number 4, Sergeant Matthew Waite. A 2017 federal lawsuit over a 2012 incident alleged, here we go with the assault charges. Incident alleged that Officer Waite pushed into a Herman, Missouri man's home while issuing a parking ticket, grabbed him and tased him when he tried to go back inside. A jury awarded the Herman man $625,265 in damages in 2021. A separate 2022 lawsuit alleged that during a child custody exchange, Officer Waite grabbed a man by the neck, tackled him off a porch, then drew his gun and pointed it at the man's head from the ground, warning him not to flinch. That case was settled out of court. Number 5, Corporal Christopher Sullivan. Officer Sullivan was convicted in 2014 of, guess what? If you're listening and following, guess what he was accused of? Misdemeanor assault, after originally being charged with a felony. And listen to who he allegedly assaulted, a 12-year-old on school property in 2012. He was ordered to complete 2 years of anger management classes. Number 6, Detective Corporal Ricky Ham. Detective Ham is currently on probation for a 2023 DWI. A Jefferson County deputy pulled him over after he left a bar in an undercover car, and Detective Ham admitted to drinking 4 or 5 shots of vodka. He pleaded guilty to DWI and failing to drive within a single lane, both misdemeanors. A judge recently denied his motion to end his probation early. So you have multiple guys that are at this particular unit, this NCPC unit, that's near North County, and that have had some sketchy backgrounds. If any of these allegations are true, people better be careful driving in Hanley Hills and some of those smaller municipalities out there where this so-called North County Police Cooperative is at. It seems like there is a pattern of a systemic problem of these police officers that are allegedly crossing the line into civil and criminal allegations and lawsuits. So what has been the department's response? Chief John Buchanan declined on-camera interviews repeatedly and issued written statements saying all active officers meet Missouri post-commission requirements and none have had their peace officer licenses removed, and that the department conflates past allegations, charges, or civil lawsuits that did not result in a conviction with disqualifying misconduct. Well, then they interviewed and asked an expert to give their reaction to this, a woman named Lauren Bonds of the National Police Accountability Project called the findings alarming with this high number of officers. It's a small unit, so let's just say if it's 20 officers or 30, you got 6. That's quite a bit. That's a lot of officers that have had some issues in the past. She said, that's pretty shocking to me, actually, she said, adding that one officer with a problematic past could be an anomaly or an accident. But this many officers could and should signal a systemic problem that needs to be looked at and is disconcerting. Tell me what you think about this story on this unit that was activated or put together, I'd say within the last 10 years or so, called the North County Police Cooperative, NCPC, and they are having some real issues with the kind of officers that they are hiring and how their vetting process goes. Tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.